Prescott Valley. My name is Vice Mayor Lori Hunt, and I would like to welcome you to Council Conversation. I have some great guests with me today, and we have a very interesting topic that is near and dear to all of our hearts. So I don't think anyone will ever forget where they were on September 11th, 2001. With me today, I have my good friend and our supervisor, Mary Mallory. Welcome.
Thank you.
And also my friend Pilar Henry, and she is here as the volunteer coordinator for the 9/11 Patriots Day. So, Mary, tell us about this. This happened on your watch when you were a councilwoman. Tell us about the history and why.
Why, yes. So I had just recently become a councilwoman for the town of Prescott Valley. And in 2012, I actually went down and I participated in a healing field in Tempe, Arizona. And it was amazing. There was over 4,000 American flags, and it was just breathtaking. I thought it was so amazing, and I just didn't realize that it was actually a national program that you could sign up for. So I was able to sign up for it, and I came to the town, and I asked that the management team at that time, I said I would like to plant 3,000 American flags, 8 feet tall, and they will have the names and the bios of every single person we lost on the day of 9/11. And I would like it up for a week, because that will give the community to visit it many times, and it's 24/7 the whole time that it's up. And you know, the town of Prescott Valley is amazing when it comes to community events. And they supported it, and so we are now in our 10th year, and here we are, and I can't thank the town enough for what they do for the community at large, and for the support and all of the staff who supports this as well. Why did I do it? Because many years after the 9/11 attack, we would sit in our living rooms and we would watch those towers fall. And we would sit alone, or we might sit with some friends, and we may think about where we were at that day. But now, you don't have to sit in your house, and you don't have to be alone. And you can come out to this field for that whole week, and you can walk among those flags, and you can ponder about what happened that day. You can think about your life and what you can do every day that God gives us to do the best we can for this country and this community and this state that we live in. And so that is always my hope, is that people will come out. The field moves your soul. It just moves your soul. And to walk among all those flags, to see people that were just going to work every day, dropping their kids off at the daycare. I'm going to pick you up this afternoon at 5. We're going on a vacation. And all of that never had a good ending. And I think it reminds us to be grateful for everything we have.
Very good. Thank you. And thank you for all you do for our community. So the dates are September 9th through the 17th for the Prescott Valley Healing Field. Mary, you said it was the 10th annual, which is very exciting. So Pilar, let's talk a little bit about your position and what kind of help or volunteers do you need? Give me some dates and times and all that good stuff.
I was so excited when Mary asked me to be volunteer coordinator this year. We're looking for as many volunteers as want to come out. We'd love anybody and everybody. If you have a large group, come out as a family, come out as just friends, and share the experience out there. And we're looking for September 9th. That's when we're going to do the flag installation, and that'll be at 7 o'clock in the morning. And then throughout the week, from the 9th through the 16th, we are looking for people to come out and sit at our information booth and to welcome people as they come to the field, as well as the 17th when we do the flag takedown.
And one of the awesome things I think about sitting at the information booth is that each of the flags is itemized. So if somebody came up and said, I knew my cousin Tony was in was killed. How do I find his flag? You can tell them exactly to the point.
And I actually had the blessing of doing that last year. My cousin was a county firefighter for LA County who lost brothers and sisters in that tragic day. And said, hey, can you look up these 6 or 7 for me? So I was able to go out to each flag, take pictures, and let him know we're honoring them.
Wow.
Yeah.
So it brings more peace for the families too.
Yes.
Okay, and then on September 10th, Mary, we have a great event, the Patriot Run Walk.
Yes, absolutely. That'll be Saturday, the Patriot Run Walk. And all proceeds from this is going to the Central Arizona Honor Guard. And it will begin at 7 a.m. For information and to register for that event, please go to www.racentry.com. And that would be race entry. So it's www.racentry.com. And that is going to be a tremendous event. There's all different types. You don't have to do a run. You could do a walk. You could do a half a mile. You could do a mile. But the whole point of it is, again, is a gathering of patriotism and to support our honor guard and our first responders.
And then right afterwards at 10:30, so all the runners, walkers can come over to the Civic Center and we do the blessing of the field. So what's involved in that?
Well, what we do with that on the blessing of the fields, we have the pipes there and, well, the honor guard's actually there and they're playing and they go ahead and we say a prayer over the field to guard it over the week, and then they go out and they set boots. There's fireman boots, police boots, and military boots, and they set a pair of one at each flag. And at that point, we will conclude that, and then we will open up and move forward for the rest of the week.
So I think the best way that I can describe it is breathtaking. What would you say, Pilar?
Just an amazing experience that touches your soul.
Very good. And I know people come every day, all 7 days, and they spend hours at a time there. So that's great. So we're actually doing an awesome thing, which we do every year, but I want to give a shout out to this, and it's already been sent to all the schools. It's called Student Essay Contest. And when 9/11 happened, there were many acts of bravery. People risked their lives to save others in the destruction. Other volunteers for military service after 9/11, and others have dedicated their lives to helping others and making sure such an event never happens again. So we're asking the children of our area, what does bravery mean to you? To write an essay, and the deadline is October 1st, 2020. And for more information, call Heidi Foster at 928-759-3123. So we hope to get a lot of essays. Who has to judge those?
I believe there is a committee.
Okay, good.
And Heidi will probably be overseeing that. And so we will have more information on that as we move forward.
So these are for children 4th through 12th grade, and 500-word essay on what does bravery mean to you. That's not going to be easy judging.
No, it is not.
You want to pick all of them. Okay, so what actually happens on September 11th, Mary?
On September 11th, we will actually have our ceremony. It will start at 6 p.m. on Theater of the Green. And that is so amazing and so moving. It lasts about an hour because we do need to get everything done before the actual sun sets. So we'll have speakers. I believe that we have Heidi speaking this year. She has a great story. She actually worked at the newspaper when all of this happened. And so she has a lot of things to contribute to that day. We will also have the Honor Guard there again, and many other dignitaries, and of course the Prescott Valley Mayor and the Council.
And then a free concert by the Free Radicals. So and that's all at Theater of the Green here at the town.
Yes.
So we've mentioned Heidi's name several times. So it's Heidi Doms Foster. She works here at the town in our marketing division, and she is like a superwoman. So she is not only the chair of the Healing Fields this year, but she is also going to be our keynote speaker.
Yes.
And actually went back to New York. Is from New York, went back to New York about a month afterwards while the buildings were still smoking. So I can hardly wait to hear from her. So Pilar, again, let's give a shout out to the volunteers with a phone number and a website.
Our website, which is super beautiful, they did an amazing job on it, is healingfieldpv.com. And if you have any questions about volunteering, you can call 949-422-6035.
Great, thank you. So Mary, we added to the PV Healing Fields the Hot Shot Memorial. Tell me about that.
Yes, so that actually happened in the second year. So the first year we didn't have quite 3,000 flags.
Okay.
We had about 1,200. By the second year of the Prescott Valley Healing Field, we had the 3,000. And then it was actually Ryan Judy, along with Sandy Schaefer, who went along and decided to fundraise and bring the Hot Shot flags to this event. The flags are purple. We ordered them out through Colonial Flag in Sandy, Utah. And Mr. and Mrs. Elligood, that's Julie and Michael Elligood, were the ones that embroidered all the names of each Hot Shot on those flags.
Wow.
And that was a whole separate fundraiser from the main healing field. And that's another thing, Vice Mayor Hunt, that's so wonderful about all this, is it's community. And all of us have a part in a community. And together, when we're united, there's no stopping us.
Right.
And we can just build this and build it up. And nothing can tear us down when we stand together. Nothing.
So you mentioned fundraising. Let's talk about that. I'm sure there's some ongoing maintenance that's necessary, so we do accept...
We accept donations. You will see that there will be a donation cup at the table, and we accept donations, but we're always very blessed. So many people give so much. And I do, again, have to thank the town, because I do know there's at least a line item in your budget that constantly supplies flags for the healing field. And so I appreciate that very much.
It's our pleasure, it's the taxpayers' pleasure to do that, because this is very important. We mentioned the free concert by Free Radicals at 6 p.m. on September 13th. So please come out, bring your families, bring dinner, your coolers, and join us on September 11th at 6 p.m. at the Civic Center for the 9/11 Patriot Day ceremony. Let's talk about this being the only such event, celebration of its type in northern Arizona.
Yes, so actually, we are the only one up here in the northern area with this field. And there are not that many throughout the whole country. So you have the one that is actually down south, which is Tempe. And then we have the Prescott Valley Healing Field of northern Arizona. And that was the reason I wanted it to say northern, to designate that this whole area actually, my husband and I, Kirk, we would drive up to Flagstaff. The donations came from all the Walmarts, they came from Kohl's, they came from everywhere in this northern area. And so that was what's so important too, to know that the Prescott Valley is its home for this field. It is absolutely the home, and it needs to always stay here. But the whole community from everywhere up in this northern area gave. And no longer do we have the Albertsons store here, but the fact is everything was a volunteer base. And so Albertsons markets, when they were here in Prescott Valley, and I had worked there at the time, they would pick the flags up for us in Sandy, Utah, and bring them back, because they would be delivering groceries up in Utah.
Wow.
And they would bring them back. So again, another great way of just knowing that when we as a community get together, the sky's the limit.
Can't stop us.
You can't really.
So we are talking about PV Healing Fields. It's a celebration of 9/11 in Prescott Valley for a whole week. We need volunteers. I want to thank you both for being here on Council Conversation with me, and I wish you well. Thank you everyone for tuning in to Council Conversation. We're so glad you joined us, and we'll see you next time.